What up, G?
What?
Welcome, everybody, to the One Shot Killers podcast. I am your host, the hardcore icon, Brandon Scott, and with your co-host, the king of bone style, JoJo Valvano. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing good, brother. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Just got home from work. Ready to talk some wrestling. What? Get caught up on the week. What? But you know what? Before we get into that, bro, you know what? It's been a minute. Me and you were going to smoke together. Okay?
Yes,
And
sir,
then we're going to
man.
get into everything.
I'm ready. I'm packing me a good old bowl.
Yes, sir. And you know what's crazy, bro?
What's up?
It is almost 8 o'clock at night. This is my first time smoking today.
Heck yeah, that's awesome. This is
Yes,
actually
sir.
my third, technically, if I'm by myself, third time. Yeah.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. Bro, I'll tell you what.
Gotta get my
You
water.
got to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So
Yeah.
we all do things 3 times a day. That's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
What? Now, I'll
Hungry.
admit, I ain't got butter on me, but I do got wax.
I got me the fattest bowl ready, dude. I'm about to go
Bro, what happened, bro, to Cameron Grimes?
I don't know, but I'm sad for him. He just,
I am,
disappeared.
do you know I've not heard him in the news in another company, nothing since he left WWE, bro?
Just gone. Just gone. Like, if anybody knows, let us know. Because we don't know.
Bro, I mean, the thing is, when Cameron Grimes came up to the main roster, I said that's gonna be a guy. No.
Oh, well, okay, since, you know what, I was going to mention SmackDown and first, you know what, let's go right into the news because someone that's coming back has me laughing. Baron Corbin is in the news that he is coming back to WWE. Why?
Like, confirm or rumor?
No, like, it's a report at the moment, but it's, like, it's running around at the moment. Like, it's starting to, like, get some heat.
I mean, here's my thing. Baron Corbin was a lot better than people give him credit for. And I'll give you in this one sentence. Every single dude for years that came up to the main roster, who was their first rival?
Baron Corbin.
Right. To be the guy to put all the other guys over that would become the guy, or a guy like that's pretty damn talented. I don't think by any means he's the greatest wrestler to ever release a pair of boots, but I think truthfully, I don't think he is the worst to ever release a pair of boots. Definitely not worse than Kali.
Yeah, I agree with not the worst. I just don't understand really why they would bring him back. Like,
No, at
I
first
wouldn't
when you
bring
were
him.
talking about like returns that are bad, I thought you were going to say, bro, for the third time they're going to bring back Eva Marie.
No, but Baron Corbin, like, he was funny with the sad Corbin and like the happy Corbin and like all
Did
that
you
type
get
of
to?
stuff. But
Did you ever get a chance to see NXT Corbin with him and Breaker as a tag team?
no,
I think it's worth it. Like if you go back and watch it, I truly think it's worth it for you to see.
I just nothing against him. Like at first, I liked the Lone Wolf, but then it just kind of got dropped. And
But
like
you know what's crazy, bro? Speaking of Lone Wolf Corbin, why is it that every single guy ever who's ever won the Andre Battle Royal
does nothing.
does nothing, and then they're eventually released?
Half of them are not even in the company, bro.
Yeah,
Cesaro first, not there. Big Show, not there. Um,
Corbin,
Corbin's not there. Mojo Rowley isn't there.
Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy isn't there. The only one that I really know that is there still is Jey Uso, which call me shocked.
Right. And honestly, bro, if he wasn't related to Roman and The Rock,
He'd be gone probably too.
no, absolutely, especially after what his heavy, like, I'll admit this, I love Jey Uso, but his heavy downward spiral after losing the title, bro, I think most guys would have been out the company. I'm
Yeah,
just going to keep it a buck.
yeah. But like another report that at first we were gonna mention this, but then himself he actually basically said it was bullcrap.
Yep.
And that's Randy Orton's back injury again.
Yeah, so Dave Meltzer had reported that Randy Orton was originally supposed to win at WrestleMania 42. But due to lingering back injuries, that he said were very significant, Randy is off TV for a prolonged period of time, and it's the reason why he lost. Now, I'm going to say this. I think there's some truth to it.
I do.
I But however, straight from the horse's mouth, Randy said that he's just milking it, meaning like the injury is not as bad as it everyone thinks it is. I'm taking the summer off and I'm enjoying myself.
Which,
However, after the summer, I will be back to win my number 15.
and if he
Um,
does, like that's great and all, but like I do kind of feel that he is still hurt because that
oh
match
yeah,
scene.
like you got to understand, Randy Orton was almost forced into retirement
Yeah.
because of his back. Randy Orton will never be 100%. But you know what you do, Joe?
What's up?
You learn a new 100%. You're not like 100% as I've never been hurt a day in my life, but you're a different 100% at that point.
Yeah.
And I do believe like you watch Randy Orton not only just at WrestleMania, but leading into WrestleMania, he was limping around heavily. He wasn't moving quite the way that Randy Orton normally moves. Like, I'll give you this. There's only three wrestlers that in that ring that I can say truthfully are smooth like butter. Shawn Michaels, Eddie Guerrero, Randy Orton. And the fact that Randy Orton looked like he could hardly even walk, let alone
Says something.
wrestle, that says something.
Not saying that he's completely hurt because he obviously isn't, but it's like there's still something there. Like it's a
Oh yeah.
50-50. Like he's not that hurt, but he's still hurt obviously because the
Mhm.
report said that he was supposed to win the match.
Yeah,
So
and
that just tells you.
I do believe he was supposed to. I think now here's where I think Meltzer's wrong. I don't think it's very significant. I don't think it's to the point of
Retirement.
exactly. I
At
don't
least
think
right
it's
now. Like
but you know when Randy came back and he said I got 10 more years,
I don't think he does.
he's got 3.
Yeah, if that. Like maybe 4, we'll see. But like if it,
I'm I'm going to give Randy 3 years, bro.
yeah,
And I think he's done.
which is fine because he's done everything. So what else is there to do? But I just hope he doesn't retire. Like I'd rather him just retire like from just like I'm done, not retire because I can't ever wrestle again. Like that
Yep.
retirement I don't want. But
And so this is where if he does come back in the fall, in which he sounds hopeful that he will,
yeah,
Um,
one
I'm
of my
gonna say
favorites.
you can't do what they've done for the past 3 years since he returned. You can't botch any more of his booking because, truthfully, bro,
We ain't got much left.
we don't have much time left.
Yeah. So it's time to neither give this guy his last due or I don't I don't know what else to say honestly because the dude deserves it. But yeah, like I hope he's actually good because I don't want to see him having to be in a wheelchair and not being able to hold his kids and all this and like I'd rather him just
Mm.
retire. Like, if it
Me
really comes
too.
down to it.
And and that's where in your life you're gonna have to make choices, and sometimes the hardest choices, bro, are between two loves. Do I love being able to walk and pick up my children? Or do I love this company that I put my whole adult life into? You
Yeah.
have to make a choice. And if I'm Randy, I'm picking my family. I think,
Me too.
like you said, even if he did retire today, he's done it all. Royal Rumble winner, WrestleMania main eventer, 14-time world champion.
He's done it all.
Um, he's
Royal
done it all.
Rumble.
I think he's won Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Um, I tag team champion, intercontinental champion, U.S.
U.S.
champion.
King of the Ring. I think he didn't win King of the Ring.
No,
That's
he
the one
never
thing.
won King of the Ring.
Okay, so
But
that's the
you
one
look
thing.
at that though, bro. He's had a career that most guys wish they could say they had. And if you think about the very best of the business, he's faced them.
All of them, basically, every single one.
And
But
so to
yeah,
me, bro, I don't know if this is just me trying to make light of the situation, but this is truly how I feel about it. If this is it, Randy has had a career probably better than most careers to ever happen in wrestling. Like, I'll give you this. Do I think Randy in the ring is equal to Eddie Guerrero? No. But however, you look at the championships and the accolades, Randy had a better career than Eddie Guerrero.
yeah, that is the truth about that. But yeah, like I said, I want Randy healthy. That's what I really want,
Mhm.
truthfully. So,
Me too.
but there was another thing, and it's AEW involvement. They
Yeah.
actually MJF confirmed this that Double or Nothing this coming or next Sunday is sold out with 14,000 people going to be there, and that's awesome.
This is huge.
And they can still get more. That's just where they're at right now. Like,
Right, and the building's sold out.
yeah,
So, how many weeks do we have?
it's literally next Sunday. So we got one
Okay,
Dynamite.
so you're not gonna get to 20,000 in
Oh
under
yeah,
a
for sure.
week.
No.
But let's say they set up a hun. I'm gonna say about to 15,000. Let's say we can get 15,000 people in attendance.
That's still great.
That is amazing.
That's a
Um,
loud New York crowd. That's gonna be on their feet the whole 4 hours, whatever it is. Hopefully
and,
4 hours.
and I want you to think about this, Joe. WWE has not had a sold out pay per view um, since before. I want to say not this past WrestleMania, but last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I think the Italy show would be sold out, but that's because it's Italy.
yeah.
But however, in terms of the states, because they're in the states for the show, Joe, WWE hasn't had a sold out show. And so the fact that AEW has done this, bro,
That's awesome.
congratulations.
And their card looks great, bro. Like that, this next Sunday show, well, basically this Sunday coming up, but
Um,
this show is gonna be great. Like the card itself looks awesome. The crowd's gonna be on fire. It's like their biggest. It's their first. It's their biggest show, even though All In is now their biggest show, but it's like their first biggest show. So like, I still think they're gonna do some big things in this. But like, just to know that it's at 14,000, like that's crazy.
oh, absolutely. And I truly do believe you could get a couple more hundred, maybe we could get to that 15,000. So, nevertheless, bro, even if they don't sell another ticket, this is a huge feat. And I guarantee you, if they keep on this upward trend that they've been on, by next year, Joe, double or nothing, we could be looking at 20,000, 30,000 seats in attendance.
As long as they continue to book stories and good stuff we want to see, you never know, bro.
Yeah,
But
because me and you were talking about this before we went live, and I was like, if we didn't watch the stuff that we truly just don't enjoy watching, we probably would only go live one day a week, and it'd probably be for Dynamite.
yeah,
And so that of itself, you look at what they've done in the last 3 years, Joe. Because 3 years ago, I'm gonna tell you, I wouldn't have said that.
honestly, bro, I watched Collision last night, and yes, I know I'm crazy whenever I say I watched Collision, but Collision actually was a really good show. I didn't take any notes, but I know that Anna Jay is staying with AEW, and her and
Yep,
Tay are back together for the tag titles. I love that.
I love that. That's actually the one part of Collision that I know for sure. You know what makes me upset though with Collision?
What's up?
When they did the 3 hour special, when Ted Turner passed away,
Yeah,
it was an awful episode of Collision, in my opinion. But
didn't we
yet, for some reason, when I didn't watch this week,
on a Saturday? It's
it was
always
a great
good.
show. So why is it, Joe, when they go live Thursday, it's awful, but if they pre-tape it Saturday,
It's good.
it's good. Just kind of like me and you were talking about this with TNA.
Yeah,
They finally have a live show after a month. The
we
reason
were
we didn't
hyped.
we were both hyped going into this. I watched the whole show, and the show was a letdown.
Yeah,
But then this coming Thursday is going to be a pre-tape show, and you called it. And I actually do believe what you said, where that show is probably going to be better than the live show.
yeah, and like I said, with Collision, Sammy Guevara took on Darby in the main event in a no DQ. Very
No.
fun match. Darby obviously won. But like I said, like there was a lot of fun things about Collision. Like even the Moxley, Will Ospreay stuff, I'm starting to be more intrigued with. There's a story at least with this. They're up on the roof. They're trying to like prep Will for this. Like I'm starting to like it more. At first I wasn't a fan, but I'm starting to be okay with it, and I
Hmm.
enjoyed that. Um, what else happened? Because like I said, I did not take notes. I just for one night as a fan, I just watched it.
What are you
But
talking about? Collision?
yeah,
Oh, I can't help you there, buddy. I honestly didn't watch Collision.
I'm just trying to remember in my head because I know I can remember things.
But
But
the one thing that shocked me was Anna Jay's not going to WWE. That
yeah, it
shocked me.
doesn't shock me. I knew she would. Honestly, I figured she would stay as long as they book her correctly in AEW. But yeah, like, and then the thing with TNA, like, I enjoyed AJ Francis versus Casey in a street fight. That match was a brawl. Those two guys murdered each other.
Bro, and I keep trying to tell you the phenomenal AJ Francis, bro,
He's
world
solid.
championship material. Okay, if you think that Mike Santana's a world champion, I'm telling you, AJ Francis, bro, is that guy.
AJ went to choke slam him and he like flipped him onto the freaking chairs and I literally was
Mhm.
like that's over. It's done. It's done. Nope. And then we get AJ choke slamming Casey through the freaking table. He basically flips over the first one and lands through the second,
Yep.
pins him. 1, 2, 3 gets the win. The match was really good, honestly. Even though a street fight should still be in the street, but I still enjoyed it. And then we get to the main event, which was because, like I said, the rest of the show sucked. But the X Division main event with Leon Slater and Cedric Alexander. These two guys, if you didn't watch, like I know you watched it, but if
Yeah.
you didn't watch this show, watch that one match. That match alone was like 30 minutes and it was great.
To
Like
me,
these two guys kicked
it
each
was the
other's
best
ass.
part of the entire show.
Yeah, and my boy Cedric won the title. Like I was
Yes.
not I thought Leon had it for a lot of different parts. Like I really did, bro. Leon's
Oh,
so great,
me
but
too, and I had got used to him being the guy. He had been the champion for like a year,
yeah.
so I didn't think he was losing it. But Cedric winning it was a shock, and my sister. So when we had, she calls him Big Booty Boy after seeing him live. And when she seen that he won, she goes, "Big Booty won the belt."
That's funny. He's very good though. Like he is very, very good.
Oh, absolutely.
Now
And
the whole system has belts except for Eddie Edwards. I think he's the only one.
and it makes sense to me. Truthfully, like if all the guys were to go on their own, Eddie Edwards is the guy that I'm like, okay, he's probably going to be mid card, lower mid card.
I agree, but I had to mention those two things about TNA because I know the show itself sucked, which is why we didn't review it. But those
Yeah.
two things were highlights, like
No,
for
those two
sure.
things were definitely worth talking about. It's just like, my thing about it, and I think the thing that made me the most upset. We had waited for so long to get a live episode. I believe you can correct me if I'm wrong. It was the first live episode since they first went to AMC.
Yeah, I believe so. Neither that or the second or something like that. But still, this shouldn't have
They,
been a disappointment.
no, and I do agree with you that Garen probably this coming Thursday, though it's a tape show,
It'll be better.
is going to end up being better than a live show.
That's so like I hope they get that fixed. Like, cause Giovanni did or whatever his name is.
Giovanni Vinci.
Yeah, he did show up at the ending of the show, so like at least they had something of an ending. But the whole rest of the show sucked. Like literally, that
Mm-hmm.
is the truth. The show sucked, and
And and it's a shame,
yeah,
truthfully, because this was just my thought process on it, and I believe I told you this. I may not have, but I said, truthfully, for me, I was so disappointed because the amount of enjoyment I did pull out of that show was probably the same amount of enjoyment I probably would have pulled out of NXT.
Yeah,
And
NXT sucked too this week. That was another one. Like NXT wasn't good, or TNA wasn't good. We're about to talk about SmackDown, which I also did not enjoy.
well, as we're going down the list before we get into SmackDown, I ain't seen the show, so I'm not going to talk about the show. But I will say, Ring of Honor brought back the classic ring canvas from back in the day,
Love
and
that.
it looks good.
Love that. I hope they get their audience back. Hopefully, you never know, but that's awesome to know that they went back to that.
Yes, sir.
But
And if you've watched Ring of Honor when Punk was there, Brian was there, Joe was there,
Cesaro,
that was the canvas.
yeah.
And so I'm glad to see that back. Like truthfully.
But yeah, I'm about to take a bong rip, and then we're gonna get into SmackDown because I do believe that's the final show that we haven't reviewed yet because I did watch it, but I want to mention one thing really quick. The biggest negative thing about the show that I didn't like,
Yeah, throw it out there.
and that was the Gunther, Royce Keys, Cody stuff. Like
So
we're
let me
building
ask you this: why didn't you enjoy it?
because we're building to Gunther and Cody is from what I got from the beatdowns and Gunther talking about Cody.
We
And then
are.
and then Cody comes out with the contract. Gunther doesn't want to sign it. Royce
The Royce
Keys
Keys
comes
signed
down.
it.
But why? Like that is just out of the blue booking to me.
So
Like
here's what it may have been out of the blue, but the point of it is this, and it makes sense. All right, Joe, why are you a wrestler?
to be the world champion. I know what you're gonna say. I know, I get that.
Right, right. Now you've already said it, so I don't need to go further than that. You're there to be the world champion. And then you have this guy who just signed to SmackDown. He was promised by the general manager, you sign, you get a title shot. All right, the general manager says, hey, bud, here's your title opportunity. Just sign the paper. Gunther, and I'm speaking character here. I'm not speaking about the actual person. Sometimes I feel like I got to make that known. Um, Gunther was acting like a bitch. All right, he didn't want to sign the contract. And so, guess what? Gunther ain't the only dude, bro, who came here to be the guy. So, you don't want the match, you don't want to sign the contract, that's okay, that's okay. I'm going to go and sign that contract. And that's exactly what happened. And I believe this works very well. I don't know how I feel about this one part, and that's already putting Hobbs in the main event
Lost.
scene.
And he's
Uh,
losing.
well, that's fine. You know, he just got there, and he still is technically young in his career with WWE, so you can always get him back to that spot. But what you're seeing, truthfully, is can he sink or swim? You got two of the best in-ring wrestlers right now in Gunther and Cody Rhodes. And if this ends up becoming a triple threat match, or even if all we get is Gunther versus Hobbs, whoever wins goes on to face Cody, what you're really seeing is can Hobbs hang?
Yeah, but they did do that match, which Gunther beat Hobbs in the end. I wouldn't have done it so soon with Royce Keys. Like I wouldn't have put him in a title shot so soon. Just like I wouldn't have added Ricky on his debut to go after Cody and lose
Mm,
because he also lost on the show against Carmelo Hayes. Who where was he at?
So they finally brought him back to TV, which I'm
Just to
happy
make
about.
Ricky lose.
But here's the thing about it. Ricky, they did Ricky versus Cody. The same reason they had Hobbs and Cody in the ring is to essentially nod to AEW. All right. And then, now do I think Ricky should have been put against Cody on his debut? No. But you know what? We seen if he could deliver. I think he delivered? No.
It was a quick match, bro. Like that match was over within like 7 minutes. He beat Ricky.
Right. And you're right on that. It was 7 minutes, but look at what he did in that 7 minutes. I'll give you this, Joe. This is actually a true number. 1 minute of TV time, at least on Monday Night Raw, is $100,000 a minute. So, Joe, if I said, bro, you're getting 7 minutes tonight, I'm giving you $700,000. Make the
I
best
get
of
it.
it.
Money's, but I
But
want my
now
career to
here's
be booked right too. I don't want to
right,
just.
right. But here's the thing of it: you want your career to be booked. You want it to be booked right. Then you got to show me that you are worth it. And what I'm trying to say, I love Ricky Sainz, but I've said this since he was in AEW. Dollar Tree Dwayne is not going to be able to beat a main event guy simply by ripping off The Rock. It's not going to work. And when we looked at his match with Cody, no disrespect. No disrespect to the man. I'm just seeing what we saw on TV. He did
I
not hang. Now, the thing about Powerhouse Hobbs, he's only been in backstage segments, besides losing to Gunther. The difference with Gunther and I'm sorry, the difference with Hobbs and the difference with Ricky Saints is we seen Hobbs go toe to toe with Gunther and actually look good.
Ricky didn't
Whereas
look good
when
in his match.
exactly, and so Ricky to me, he should have stayed in NXT because even when he was in NXT, bro, though he was the world champion, which he shouldn't have been,
He looked better.
he looked better, but did he look as good as Ethan Page?
No, but
Did he look as good as Obafemi?
no.
And so that's one where truthfully he wasn't ready for the main roster.
Think about it though. You can if you can't beat Carmelo Hayes. I love Carmelo Hayes. Rick, if you can't beat Carmelo Hayes, you can't beat Cody.
No.
He
And
couldn't beat
no,
Rick. Like,
and I understand Carmelo Hayes, he had a dominant US title reign. You look at his matches with Dragunov alone. Masterclass. At least I can say this about Carmelo. We know Carmelo can hang in the ring.
yeah,
And so that's one where I'm gonna say this. I know you love Ricky, and I'm not saying this to just downplay someone you like. I'm just being honest. If you were not good enough to hang with Cody and you messed up, I'm sorry because he did. You messed up your debut. You're not gonna beat the guy who has been the workhorse of Friday Night SmackDown for the past calendar year.
it's just I wouldn't have booked that match. Those are two guys that do not need to lose. Carmelo Hayes coming back to TV since losing to Sammy doesn't need to lose. Ricky's in his third match doesn't need to lose. Like I'm just thinking about the actual booking. Like I just wouldn't have booked this match. And I get your match with the Powerhouse against Gunther. At least that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But it's just like I feel like it's too rushed to push him to the world title scene. Like I would have just kept Gunther signing a contract. Like why wouldn't you want to fight Cody?
Oh, I agree. What I probably would have done if I wanted to do something with Hobbs is I would have took the Ricky versus Carmelo match.
Yeah.
I would have had Hobbs dominate through them both and laid them both down on the ground. And then I would have tried to find a way to interject him in a match with Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And then I would have pushed him against Trick for the U.S. Championship. At least by the time we get to that match, if I decide that Hobbs should be the champion, I've given him enough time to put that title on him. Whereas right now, if we were to say had him beat Gunther, and then we get Cody versus Hobbs, do you think he's had enough time to become the world champion?
It really depends. Like I want to give Trick won the title at WrestleMania, I believe. So I want to give Trick Williams at least till SummerSlam with the title. But who I'm beating him is it's gonna be Hobbs. Like I think Hobbs beats Trick, and then down the line we get a Ricky versus Powerhouse match, or maybe even Trick versus Ricky could be for the title.
Now,
Like
speaking of Royce Keys, though, and I see Devin's first comment, I'm happy we're pushing Royce Keys, but why aren't we using Matt Cardona?
he's a jobber. Can we just all admit he is not going to be anything in this company? I'm sorry.
I agree, but here's my thing about it. Joe, this man bust his ass
He
on
does.
the independence to reinvent himself. Not just reinvent himself on the independence, but bro, he was making more money on to independence than his previous contract in WWE. He earned his way to come back to the company, and this is how they treat him for busting his ass.
Yeah, I agree with him honestly. Like I said, I like Matt Cardona. It's just I don't see anything happening for him.
Oh
Like at
no, I
all.
agree. The way they booked him, you would think nothing will happen for him. But I don't understand it. I don't understand why you wouldn't want to push somebody who works so hard
Yeah.
to get back there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Another
think about
thing though. See, that's what I'm. Yeah.
and think about this. When he left, did he ever talk bad about the company?
No.
No. In fact, he said, "I want to go back."
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Me either. I'm like. There's another like. I'd rather see how we started off SmackDown with Trick and The Miz and Kit Wilson. I would have put Matt Cardona going after Trick's title.
Yeah,
A heel Matt Cardona. Give us something with a story there compared to Trick and The Miz going one on
I
one
would have done Cardona versus Kit Wilson. I would have had Cardona win.
and the
I would
winner gets the
have then
title.
had Cardona versus Miz because the bad guys got to try to get their lick back.
Yeah.
Cardona would beat the Miz, and then you have him go on to face Trick Williams. Now, I don't think Cardona should beat Trick Williams.
Me either.
So I would give him at least 25 minutes on pay per view. I would have Trick Williams go over, but at least we would have made him look good enough to where if we said, all right, he's going to rework himself back to the U.S. title, and maybe in a couple months down the road, he'll be ready for it. Instead, I feel like they've just kind of made him a jobber, and I don't
Yeah.
like that.
That's literally what it is, man. Like what?
And so Devin said Corbin is actually coming back.
Okay, so
But
if
he
that
wouldn't.
is true, then that's I just don't care for it. Like I really don't. Nothing against Corbin, his real name, whatever he is, but
Yeah,
I I just I don't want to see it. Truthfully, I don't. It's not going to invest me in anything.
and I can see what you're saying there. And oh yeah, yeah, no, I agree with that. Randy does not have too many injuries left. I 100% agree with that. And as much as I don't like AEW, this is their chance. Show you have what it takes to be number two or even overtake them.
I
And this,
agree.
and he's right. Like I'm gonna say this: 3 years ago, truthfully, when Punk left that company, they went down the drain and they went down the drain hard.
Yeah.
Over the last 3 years, they have reinvented themselves and they have honestly brought back their audience. Right now, this is probably the best time for AEW since the inception of the company. You cannot screw this up.
Yeah.
And now I do agree with you, Devin. If you watched the video that we had uploaded when Darby first won that title,
We were
I
not.
was I was furious, and I know Joe was furious about it because though I'm happy for Darby, and truthfully, I have nothing against Darby. To the way that you beat the guy who made the company relevant, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you. If they're just gonna do all this to put the title back on MJF, which me and Joe
They
think they
are.
will,
They will. It's in Long Island, bro. They're going to boo Darby out the building if he doesn't win. And he's
yeah,
not getting his hair shaved. Come on. Come
no,
on. We've
no,
been
look,
watching long enough to know this crap, and you even said that exact sentence.
yeah, and that's where I agree with you. That, and I'm a fan of Big Hebrew. Okay, you got two muscular Jewish men who love wrestling. I look just like MJF, as you see, and I truly do believe that us brethren gotta stick together. Yeah,
He's gonna
and
win the title. Like I'm gonna put the whole. I want to. Say, I don't want to be that guy to say I'm gonna put my whole house on the line, but like I can almost feel that to do that because I know he's gonna win. There's no
no,
way he's losing.
no chance in hell. And so this is where I agree with Devin because once again. MJF, let's just be clear, is the guy who's helped get the company back where it
Yeah.
is. If you were just going to do all this to give MJF back the title, I wouldn't have done it. I love Darby Allin. Darby Allin is a day one guy who has given his body, his blood, sweat, tears to this company. He's a loyal ambassador of the company.
He really
In
is.
those respects, Darby Allin deserves the world title. Okay, so I'm not going to say it wasn't undeserved because it was.
Just the wrong moment.
Just
Time.
the wrong time, the wrong moment, and the way they went about it. And I think it's a shame because it's made Darby Allin's title reign not feel that significant. And it's a shame because I love Darby Allin, but it just was not the time.
Like his matches with Sammy was good. His match with Pac was good. His match with Kevin Knight was good. Like he's had good matches as champion, but it's so predictable. He's losing the next one, and I think he's fighting Kevin Knight. No, he's fighting Speedball this Wednesday for the title, and then it's going to be on Sunday. So he's going to run himself out until he gets to
Mhm.
that main one, which is this coming Sunday.
And which, I honestly, I
I
think
don't
this
hate it.
is, I don't hate it. I wish they would have done it a little different, but
Yeah.
I'm just glad that MJF's going to win the title back.
And Osprey's
Uh,
going to take it after he wins the whole Owen, because that's like for the whole year, bro. I've been saying it. It's Osprey. Osprey
oh,
at
me
3
too. Me
Like,
too. But can I be honest with you?
what's
Them
up?
putting him with the Death Riders, I'm still not a fan of.
I get it, but I'm starting to slowly like it more. Like at least they're trying to tell a story in a way instead of just
What do you think is the story? Let me ask you that. What is the story?
like Moxley's trying to build up Osprey. Like he's trying to get him prepared for the world title by like making him like run and do all the stuff they do.
So you're kind of saying like he's trying to make Osprey Rocky.
In a way, yeah. Like I'm not saying exactly, but like
But
there's something there compared to
my thing about it is I thought Osprey was going to turn heel by joining the Death Riders.
they're
And
not baby faces or heel, bro. They're just flip flopping with Moxley's group.
right, and which I understand maybe there's a place for that. But when you have this one guy, bro, maybe besides Kenny Omega, who I believe could be the number one babyface and carry the company, why would you not want to keep that momentum going till all in?
I get what you're saying. I really do. I'm looking at it like they're putting him on TV. They're having him in a story. They're trying to, they're training him. I feel like they're training him like the Rocky stuff, like you said. It's just, you're right, but then I just like, how do I explain this? There's a story there, I feel, but it's not like a big story, but there's still something there for this.
Do you
And
think it will lead to him winning the title?
it will. It has to, because if it doesn't, then this was all pointless. Like
Hmm.
Moxley's not even in the Owen. There's a reason
What?
Moxley's not. Yeah, he's not. So Claudio is.
Oh shoot!
So I'm telling you, bro, Moxley's doing this all to train Will to really make him beat or to be the guy. Like I really think Moxley's doing this for that. Claudio, we'll see what happens when we get to that match. If we do, I think it's going to be Swerve and Osprey 1-on-1 for the Owen. But we
So
could
let me
also
give
get
you a
Claudio.
theory that would kind of help what you're saying.
What's up?
So Moxley turned babyface technically right before Will Ospreay came back from injury, right?
Yeah.
What if he's training up Ospreay because he knows that his time with the Death Riders is almost done, but he knows if he would have left on his own, they would have just jumped him and beat him.
I can see that. I can see that. Like I said, to me, it's a story in a way. It's not the best story. It's not the greatest story I've ever
I
seen.
don't think it's the worst though.
Yeah, like they're trying to show us something at least, and I can appreciate that. At least it's not just hey, let's have a match. They're trying to build up Osprey, and I can't hate it. Do I think it's the greatest story to ever happen? Heck no. But there's
No,
something there. There's
But
something there.
if something good comes out of it, like you're saying, I'll take it.
I agree. But yeah, I want you to talk about what you enjoyed about SmackDown because I don't want this to
Yeah.
be me shitting on SmackDown. If you enjoyed something, tell me
Um,
right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. There was quite a bit on the card I actually did enjoy. Um, but me and you have two very different approaches to wrestling. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my notes real quick.
Just let it out, brother. Whatever you got to say, like I said, we're two different wrestling fans, but you listen to me and I listen to you. So
Okay, so the show started off with the United States champion Trick Willie making an emotional hometown appearance in Columbia, South Carolina, with Lil Yachty, and bro, this this to me was really cool because he showed the world like when I came home a star. When I left this place, bro, it was to pursue a dream, and now I made it. He even talked about his lemon pepper steppers were inspired by local chicken wing spots.
that's
And
awesome.
he went from being, a dude who with a dream to coming home the champion. That I thought was really, really cool. And then the Miz and Kit Wilson cut off the celebration. Miz insulted Trick Williams' career, calling it Sesame Street. And Trick Wilson, not Kit Wilson,
Trick
not Trick.
Wilson.
I'm about to say Kit Wilson.
Why does that actually sound right?
I don't know, but there you go, WWE. There's your next wrestler, right? So Kit Wilson tried to recite his little poetry, bro. I didn't care for that part of it. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
You didn't care about his poetry?
No, when have you ever cared about Kit Wilson's poetry?
You love his poetry, bro. I'm saying you, not me.
Like, bro, who the hell? What grown man? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You!
What grown man? No, there's some parts of his character I like, but what grown man ever goes out on national television and goes, "Dear Diary"? Like,
Bro, you were cheering this a couple weeks ago. You're like, I wanted him to say more.
bro, and that's because the one with Jelly Roll was really funny. This was not. This was just boring.
At least you
Uh,
know when good stuff isn't good, but that's funny.
All right, now Lil Yachty clapped back, mocking them for getting beat up and being cursed by Danhausen, and completely bruising the Miz's ego. Miz demanded a referee so he could beat Trick Williams in front of his mother. And I gotta admit, bro, that one I was like, damn,
Literally,
and
where's Ron Simmons at? Damn.
damn. And Trick Williams didn't wait. He attacked both The Miz and Kit Wilson, throwing them over the top rope to clear the ring. This was really good, and we got Trick versus Miz out of it in a non-title match. And I'm going to say this, bro. I thought it was really good, and I thought it did really good for Trick Williams because no matter how you look at it, there's only one two-time Grand Slam champion,
And that's the Miz.
and that's The Miz, bro. And you beat him. Remember, Trick Williams hasn't even been wrestling for 5 years.
Yeah. So that's at
So,
least that's good on him. I'm glad for that.
absolutely. So, that's where, like, truthfully, I think Trick Williams is still being made into a star. Guarantee you, by next WrestleMania, bro, he'll be going after the world title.
I do
Guarantee
got
you.
a question. Is Ray Phoenix in any of this on SmackDown?
Uh, no, I don't think so.
That's sad.
No, I don't think so.
You can continue though.
So then it was Cody Rhodes and Gunther's contract signing. I'm not gonna really go over this because I had really said the whole segment about 10 minutes
Yeah.
ago. Um, but essentially, Gunther was given the opportunity. He didn't want the opportunity. Powerhouse said, "I want the opportunity," and then this would lead to Gunther versus a Powerhouse at the end of the show, with Gunther ending up winning. So we're still getting Gunther versus Cody.
I just hate
Um,
that they use Powerhouse for that, but whatever.
I mean, think about this. It's better than him sitting in the back with Ray Phoenix.
Well, I'd rather him doing nothing than sit there being a loser. That's like having Ray in the main event and just saying, yeah, you know what? He still got the main event, but he's still a
Exactly,
loser.
bro. Exactly, though. Exactly.
But he's still a loser, so he's still getting hurt. I'd rather him sit and eat a moose cake or something than sit there and get pinned.
For me, I'm the kind of person, bro. I'm gonna give you the Chelsea Green approach. Yeah, she said you can call me a loser, but you know what? I bought a house.
Hey, she's back on TV. Actually, I'm happy about that. That's
Me
another.
too. Me too. I was paying very close attention when she was on the screen.
Yes, sir. We love our
So,
Chelsea Green. Welcome back. Take the title from Tiffy. That's who. That's who's gonna beat her at SummerSlam. If I'm
I
correct.
hope so. I
Yeah.
truly hope so.
Love Tiffy,
And
but Chelsea's more my favorite.
then we had Carmelo Hayes versus Ricky, which you had already mentioned this match, and that Carmelo Hayes,
Good match, but
good match, but Carmelo Hayes beat Ricky Saints.
neither needed to be in a match that they were gonna lose. I'm just thinking about people's careers as a fan, but you know what?
Now I'm gonna skip this because I did not care for Jade Cargill,
Me
Charlotte,
either.
Alexa, B-Fab, and Meacham.
Me either.
So
Mid
I'm
card
just,
at best.
right,
Poor Alexa.
and it ended up in a DQ anyways.
Poor Alexa, bro. Get her away from Charlotte, please.
And now this next part, this was good. Okay, no, this was good. All right, bro, and that was that damn Danhausen. All right, and he's trying to make a mega house. All right, not a mini house, a
Baron
mega
Corbin.
house.
Baron
Oh
Corbin.
my god.
That's who
Dude,
it's gonna be.
now that I think about it, he's got the tattoos and everything, just like that. Oh, could he be Megahausen, bro?
No, what are we
Oh,
doing?
this could be good. This could be good, bro.
Brandon,
I'd
you
actually
wonder
dig it.
why SmackDown stinks.
Dude, I actually like the Danhausen stuff. To
Well,
me, it's some of the best stuff on the whole show. Like, truthfully, the only thing I've hated on the show so far is the women's stuff. But I'm telling you, Danhausen is fucking hilarious.
I love
And
him, I do. But I don't want Corbin back in the company just for this, bro. What? So he can get fired next year in the cuts? Like, come on.
what?
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 What up,
And,
Bobby? What?
and bro, all I'm saying is I think it will be highly entertaining.
It
I'm actually
will.
looking forward to
Maybe
that.
for you.
Like, bro, like I truthfully I like the weird wacky stuff of wrestling.
I do. I do too. You know I do. There's a lot of wrestling goofy stuff I like, but bringing Corbin back just for that, I just don't think it's. I think it's just not needed.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Have him grow back his hair and become the lone wolf?
I don't bring him back at all, bro. You fired him twice. What's the point of the third time?
Bro, that's what happens all the time. That's what happens all the time, baby.
You're right. You are right. But if you wanted to fire him, then you didn't need him. Now you need him. Like we haven't heard from him in like months. But like, I don't get it. Nothing against the guy. I don't get it. The lone wolf was great, but maybe even broke Corbin. But like after that, I don't care. I'm
Bro,
good on Corbin.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna give Mega Hausen a chance. I'm
Oh
actually
my
looking forward to
gosh.
this.
Is
But
it
then
really
again,
about to be that? Because I got a bad feeling about it.
yes, and I want you to know I love that Danhausen. And
I
Joe, if
do
you don't,
too, bro. I do too. But
I was about to say if you don't, I was gonna say you are cursed.
I liked him in AEW even too. When I was actually at Revolution 2022 when he cursed Ricky and then Wardlow
Yep.
powerbombed him.
And look,
So
bro, Ricky's still cursed.
yeah, no, dude, I poor Ricky, bro. Like I really hope they use him correctly because so far, bro, he's lost to Cody on his debut in like 7 minutes tops.
What?
He beat somebody I think a week ago, and then
What?
last night or Friday night he loses to Carmelo Hayes, who hasn't been
What?
seen on TV in forever.
I mean,
Neither guy needed to lose.
to be fair though, I mean, neither guy needed to lose, but somebody's got to lose, bro. And I'd rather it be Ricky.
I like them both though, but it's obvious Carmelo needed the win. But I
But
hope they don't mess Ricky's career up because he
then
just
it's
got here.
time for your main event.
Which
Gunther versus Powerhouse. And you know what, bro? I will say this. I thought this was pretty damn good. But, bro, Gunther would end up clapping Royce Keys, bro. And he would punch his ticket to face Cody Rhodes at Clash in Italy.
so something I already knew was going to happen. We just use Hobbs, which yes, he's in the main event, but in the same way, we used him just to get to the match we already knew. I'm just not a big
But
fan.
you're missing a part of the picture though. He's in the main event against a guy who retired three legends in a calendar year.
What has he done
It's
since then? Really?
it doesn't matter what he's done since then. You got to think about what this means for Hobbs, who's a new hire who ain't even licked his boots in WWE yet. And like, bro, this is a major way to start. He may have lost, but look at who he's going up against.
I agree. Like, I really want you to understand. I do agree with you, but like,
Oh,
I
give me
also
just
am.
1 second.
All right, you're fine. I just, I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on this. I wouldn't have booked. I wouldn't have booked Powerhouse versus Gunther right away. I wouldn't even have booked Hobbs right in the main event. I would have waited on that. Let him go in the IC. Wait, SmackDown's got the IC championship, so I would have no the US championship. I would have gave him a feud with Trick and done that stuff like that. But I don't know how I feel about putting Hobbs right in the main
Ooh.
event.
So, I don't completely disagree with you. I don't completely disagree with you at all. But however, think about the good that it did. And if anything, the exposure.
Yes, putting him in the main event, I agree. There is good to it. I'm just looking at the one part that really does hurt them. It doesn't hurt them depending on how they book him in the future now. Like if he
Um,
continues to win and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. Like Ricky losing just didn't like I looking at the match. I knew he was gonna lose, but then it's just I don't like him losing. But then seeing Powerhouse losing in the main event, at least he has a world title shot, but he's still. I don't think he should be rushed right to that. Personally, I would have just built him up a little bit more and not had him anywhere near that. He shouldn't be losing. Honestly, he just got to the main roster and I don't know. I'm not trying to be the bad guy, but I see both parts.
and you're right on that. And I don't, like I said, I don't disagree with you completely because I do see where you're coming from. But I do want you to notice he's not going to get booked like Obafemi, with Obafemi being booked like Obafemi right now. Because if you did that same thing, but just on SmackDown, it's just rinse and repeat, you know what I mean? And so that's one where I love Powerhouse, and I think he has the potential to be a world champion. I want to say potential. All right. I think it's just not right this moment. But that don't mean he can't get there. I think truthfully he has a better chance at being a world champion here than he did elsewhere.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But honestly, for all the shows I've watched, Monday Night Raw, NXT, Dynamite, TNA, SmackDown, and Collision, the two best shows of the week, it's pretty funny. Collision and Dynamite, to me,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
like
and I don't disagree with you.
both
Um,
AEW.
I think they had the most surprises on some of the best action, truthfully, I've seen all week. Like for me right now, my two favorite shows of the week have been Raw and Dynamite. And
Yeah.
Dynamite's still been better than Raw. Um, so
Raw
you
should
know
be
what?
good though tomorrow. Like Roman's gonna be
Oh
on the
yeah.
show with Jacob, so that's yes. I just hope there's not the same bullshit with Jacob beating up Roman. We need something different. We need something different with these guys.
You don't want
We
to see him
seriously
jump
need.
on him from like 9 million angles.
No, I want something different with them. Like
I almost just
I'm
tripped
sick of
backwards on
this.
that.
That's funny. I need something like I don't know. They just need to do something different, not just the same. Jacob beats the shit out of him. Let Roman like maybe stand, but then that's the I don't know. It's something different, I guess. I'm sick of seeing the same
Old
ending with
shit.
Jacob beating up Roman, standing tall, because then
So
it's
you know
gonna
what?
put
We need Roman beating up Jacob. I got you.
yeah we. I don't even want to see them both beat up. Like I just want to see maybe like last week Jacob destroyed all of them. Like I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow differently. I really don't. But
And yes, sir. And Bobby, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask because I see you in the comments. How you doing, buddy? And also I'd say, bro, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. We need something different because this is the problem. It was cool, you know what I mean, when they first did it at Backlash. I thought it was actually a good way to save the fact that he lost. But I agree with you. If they keep doing what they've been doing for the past few weeks, it's gonna get old, and it's gonna get old very quickly.
and we still got 2 weeks to go, so I don't know what we're gonna do different, but hopefully something different is all.
You know what, Ro? As crazy as Jay's been talking, I kind of want to see Jay get that choke put on him.
For real, he's got to beat up someone different than Roman. Beat up one of the cousins and take them like backstage and destroy them. Show us something different.
And that's where it has to be Jay because Jay's been the one that kind of like up Roman's butt the highest.
Yeah.
So I think that's what I would do. I would have Jacob Fatu almost obliterate Jay
Parking
Uso,
lot.
bro.
In the parking lot.
Yes,
Jump off a freaking roof or something. Just
you're
destroy Jay.
you're reading my mind. Actually, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah. See, this is why if we book this stuff, it
It at
excellent
least make more
television.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. And this is one where, like, I think truthfully, the only two shows that I really did not enjoy this week were NXT, and I did see the clips for that, and TNA.
I didn't enjoy. Well, honestly, I'm gonna put Raw and Raw, Dynamite, and Collision were the three best shows.
Mm-hmm,
But NXT sucks, and personally, I watched it. I'm getting to the point where I don't want to.
And
Um,
and I agree with you because I'm gonna say this: it's not one bad episode. It hasn't been two bad episodes.
every
It's been every episode for about 3 months.
it's just I can't. At least with TNA, it's mostly their live shows, which still sucks. But like, at
My
least
thing
their
about
tape
this
shows are
is
better.
my thing about this with TNA on the live shows. They don't get them often. And when you do get these opportunities to go live, you think you would want to make the most of that opportunity as you can, right? And I just don't see them doing that.
And then SmackDown, I can't wait for 2 hours because SmackDown just reeks.
You said it was a few weeks away, the last time we talked about it. Do you know what week by chance?
It said neither like in June or earliest July, so it's like last year, and it was like the 4th.
Gotcha.
So it might
So
be the. So
we're
we got
either
like a month and a half.
we're either 2 months away or 2 weeks away.
Yeah, about that. Hopefully it's sooner because this show is just too much. It really
I
is too
agree.
much. But yeah.
And
Got
trying to
anything
think.
else?
No, I was trying to think of something.
Any news on the? Because
Oh,
I said what honestly.
Joe, that was weird.
What just happened? That was weird.
I don't know. But I'm glad you're back. I was kind of like, huh?
You
But hey,
disappeared too, so I don't know what. I don't care. I don't know, but
that was
yeah.
weird. But anyways, let me see. Let me see what I got. Saturday night's main event's returning. On May 23rd. We're just
Which
2 weeks
is
away from
next.
that.
I think that's next week.
Oh
This
yeah,
week.
I'm sorry. It's next week.
Yeah, this week coming up. Which
We
is the
got
next day after. Double or Nothing is Sunday, and then Saturday is Saturday night. So
we got Tom Pestock making his return to the WWE, and I got a feeling that the current MLW World Tag Team Champion could be Mega Hausen. I bet you
I
didn't
really don't
notice.
want to see this.
I bet you didn't notice, bro. Corbin right now is tag team champions with Dominic Dijakovic.
I didn't know that.
Yep, in MLW, the company where Cross is the world champ.
Yeah. Oh, Cross just won another title.
Mhm.
He's killing it, bro. I'm very proud of Cross.
And
Killer Cross, the
I've
man.
heard it, man, he's been doing amazing since leaving
Mhm.
WWE. And if I'm him, I don't go back if I'm
Me either.
honest.
Me either.
But however, that's all the news I have actually. I'm looking through everything. That's it actually.
All right, that sounds good then, because that's all I have too. Like I said, I had what I told you.
But nevertheless, I think Dynamite, truthfully, is the company that's killing it right. I mean, not Dynamite.
AEW.
AEW is the company that's killing it right now. I think they are putting on the best TV in all of wrestling at this current moment in time. And I'm genuinely, bro, out of everything happening, I'm looking forward to Double or Nothing.
Me too. Like that is gonna be worth the show. If they keep doing what they're doing, they're gonna keep kicking ass. Honestly,
What?
they gotta keep going, bro. They have the chance. This is the opportunity. Build the best shut. Build the best stuff you can. Give us the best television you can. We know you deliver on pay-per-views, but make us really, really care. Like this is your time. Seriously, Tony Khan, this is your moment. Like you have the chance to do it. Are you gonna do it? We don't know. Hopefully, I really hope. But yeah,
Yes, sir. And I have one final word on my mind, and I'm gonna leave you with this. Um, I think truthfully will be my closing thought. I think right now, if WWE does not step up their act, they're going to they're going to make AEW the second best company again. Like TNA, bro, I thought when they first got the AMC deal,
they had a chance.
but they dropped the ball.
AEW's got that ball right now, bro. And if they keep going, there's a chance. There really is. I
Me too.
seriously hope they do it.
Like I feel like right now we're on the road to All In.
Yeah.
If All In goes the way I have it pictured in my head, and that's Osprey versus MJF for the world title, and we have Osprey win that title in his hometown crowd, and he
Oh,
is booked enough at that time to be the number one guy. I truly think this could be a pivotal point in AEW's history that they need right now. I'm just very nervous because there's still a good amount of time between now and then, and I gotta admit I'm still questioning the booking of Will Osprey.
yeah. Like I said, I get it, but at least there's a story to it. At least in a way, it just depends how they really build up to it now until we get to All Out. But like I said, there is a chance. They have the opportunity. It's if they
Hmm.
really, really want it, they can take it, bro. Like Tony can make great television if he really puts his mind to it. But I
Oh,
hope.
absolutely. And Joe, I got to be honest with you. I'm glad we went live, and I'm glad that we talked about all this
Me too.
because one, I missed you,
I
and
miss
like
you too, brother.
honestly, bro, I hope you know. I may not always look forward to watching the shows, but I always do look forward to seeing you.
Me
Um,
too.
and getting to do this right now, man. Like I'm just genuinely happy, and
Me
I'm
too.
genuinely blessed that we get to do this together. I don't know. I don't know if you realize that, but my favorite part about doing all of this, bro, is simply I get to spend time with somebody that I love.
I
And
agree. And we get
you
to talk
know,
about something we love
exactly. And you
and be
know,
honest. Like I said, we're not fake. We don't
no.
come on here and lie and do all that. No, we're just honest. And if you like it, you like it. And if you don't, then buzz off. Like I don't know.
And that's the beauty of what we've done. It may not have always been successful, but we've always stayed true to ourselves. We've never let nobody change us. We've
Yeah.
never compromised. We've never became those YouTubers. And if y'all guys know, you know who I'm talking about. Where, oh my God, what a wonderful show, bro! Everything on TNA was spectacular.
Like no,
Uh, like, bro, we've never
no
been
show is
that guy.
spectacular. I feel like it. Every show has their mistakes. So as long as you be
Right.
real, then yeah. But Too
And,
many people did not.
we've always been our authentic selves and not even bringing no one else down. We have never compromised our character. And that is something that I'm very, very grateful for. Um, and I just want you to know that because this past few days not doing this, you know, I'll admit it. There are some days I want to break just because, we've been going so hard for 5 years. You do get a little burnt out, not going to lie.
Yeah.
But however, the last couple of days of not doing this,
Yeah, it was
there's
hard.
been a it's been hard and there's been a void, bro. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but
I feel you.
it's almost felt like something's missing. And
But we're back, brother.
yes, sir. And that makes me so happy. And I know you've been going through a lot. And I want to leave you with this, and maybe it'll affect someone else as well. God is close to the brokenhearted, and he saves those who are crushed in spirit. And blessed are they who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Though right now you may be in tears, your tears will turn into strength, and you will find the strength to stand up and to rise again. And I just want you to know that despite everything going on, and despite everything you've been through this week, you are loved beyond measure. And Bobby, if you're still watching, you are loved beyond measure. I love you. And I love you, Joe. And I ain't got the chance to tell y'all guys this, so without getting in detail, I just want you both to know I love you. And my mind is always with you. And if there is anything I can ever do, even if it's coming on here and us laughing and, just putting a smile on your face, Bobby's face, and those watching, I'm happy to do so. And I just want you boys to both know you are my brothers, and I love you very much.
I love you too, brother. I appreciate it, seriously.
Of course, of course. And, now when we do the show, I want, and maybe this is a motivator for me too, to remember those who supported us from the get go, to not forget those who've always had our back and those who believed in us. I don't have many family members that have believed from the very beginning, who have said never change. And but your I don't your aunt was somebody who believed in us and always talked very good of our show, and she loved us, and I love her. And I love you guys. And so I just want you to know part of making this episode super special tonight is in her memory. And I can't close the show without saying that. But however, I want you boys to know that you guys always have a brother. You guys always have someone who loves you. And like I said, though the last few days may have been tears, and maybe there will be more tears to come, those tears will turn to strength. And when you find that strength, I want you to rise up, and I want you to know that everything we do forward is going to be in memory of not just her, but anyone and everyone who's ever loved or supported us or ever cared for us. Because that's what's on my mind right now is the fact that this past week we lost somebody who loved us dearly, someone who believed in me and you both. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the belief. Because you believed in me and you believed in Joe more than most people I know. And so I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, and Chris. Love you, Chris.
And with that said, I'm going to close this off with one final hit. But like I said, this is more so for you guys. I want you to know I love you both.
We love you too, brother. I seen that hit.
Ooh. Ooh, that one hurt, bro. I said I was gonna go for a big one. Woo! Um, well, sorry for your loss, man. You deserve love more than anyone, bro.
Thank you,
One
Devin.
hundred percent. And thank you on behalf of them, Devin. Um, and Devin, I say the same thing to you as I'm gonna say to them. If you got somebody who loves you, someone who believes in you, someone who said, bro, don't change, just be yourself. Because if you be yourself, you'll make it. Hold on to those people.
Because they're not really out there. No, there's not many rare people like that.
Absolutely. And that's why I had to say that because that woman always believed in us, supported us, and said, never change, be yourself. So, thank you. Thank you for
Thank
all the
you.
support. And Rusty's, and I know when the time comes, I'll see you on the other side.
Amen to that.
With that said, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. Peace out, and we'll catch you later, everybody.